Okay. I'm going to try as much as possible to keep this under 10. It's going to be hard, but I am going to try. We'll see. So I started my campaign in 2019 for the 22 U.S. Senate race. About 2 years out, everyone thought it was too early, but I knew I needed a head start. I was not on the same political level as most Senate candidates were. Most people start out taking the traditional ladder climb to the top of the ticket. I don't think we have time for that. When we have things happen like what happened with Roe, we're reminded of the urgency. I believe in being the change you want to see and starting at the level you know you can make a real difference. It's hard for me to think about having started out so soon and not having accomplished what I wanted, but I think it's time people understood what happened. I guess I shouldn't have been shocked, but I still was. I remember, just kind of shaking my head and wondering, how does this happen to someone? In this case, I thought all candidates, all Senate candidates, would at least have a chance to run together, but apparently that wasn't the consensus around here. The mistake was not anticipating the severe departure from law. You have to understand the entire signature collection process was daunting for everyone. They're called ballot access laws, and in addition to the very simple requirements, actually, from our U.S. Constitution to run for the Senate, you have these additional requirements from each state. And they say, well, hey, you have to fulfill these two. The very sad part is, even though all the candidates knew these requirements were hard, in the end, some chose to weaponize the process to get rid of what would have otherwise been good competition, and that's what happened here. It was very unfortunate for everyone to get that many signatures as an average person who came out of nowhere. It was unbelievable, but our efforts were still attacked. At the end, voters always ask, are these the only candidates we have? Well, that's because getting enough signatures is really where it all starts. It's something that only insiders or very rich people are able to accomplish. The rest of us are too poor to even try. I think this campaign wanted a chance to change the narrative. It's all very disappointing. I think we can accept that for the most part, folks can donate to whoever they want. But when your job is to deal impartially with candidates who may raise challenges against one another, I think it's okay to identify what could be a conflict of interest. I would have had no problem gracefully bowing out of this election cycle if it weren't for all of this. It's almost impossible to complete the assignment under these conditions. Everyone knew it was hard, but we had faith. Then the challenge came. And I thought it was just about the most strangest, obsessive thing anyone could do, absent a serious concern for a candidate's behavior. You know, the purpose of a primary is to see a good competition. That's the whole point. Nobody wants to see a so-called Mike Tyson enter the ring with no one to fight. It's the competition that makes the champion. And haphazardly or quickly removing competition is just wrong. How does it not apply to me? Please. There were so many questions of law, so many violations of my due process rights, I had to appeal the decision. Now I need somebody to explain this mess to me, because it was the commission staff that told us this was the court where I was to file my appeal. So now they gave me the wrong information? You know, in the rule, it states Court of Appeals. And the High Court even amended the rule to make it clear that the Court of Appeals had jurisdiction, but again, the rule didn't apply to me. Everyone saw how unfair all this was, and yet it didn't take some long to turn against me for wanting justice. Never even bothered to get my side, just went right ahead into blaming me. I found that very interesting. My true feeling, I don't think we'll ever really know how many signatures I had just because of all the loopholes and cracks in the system. I don't think, I know the commission can be better for Hoosiers. And that's why I will appeal to the nation's highest court if I have to. Someone once said, when injustice becomes law, resistance becomes duty. This is the 14th. Being a write-in candidate is now the key to resisting a system that was in need of repair long before I ever came along. My democratic beliefs haven't changed because they're deeply woven into the fabric of who I am as a person. The late RBG once said, women belong in all places where decisions are being made. And I believe that for all people. All people need representation. With all that's happened, still, yes, we will try again, but for now, I can't give up on 22. I know my chances are bleak as a write-in, but at least now Hoosiers know why I'm doing it. It's a peaceful protest. I want Hoosiers to have the options they would have had in the primaries, period. I think we've all had enough of our choices being taken from us. Now you can choose to vote for whoever's on the ballot come November, or you can walk into the booth, choose your party like you normally do, and when it comes to the U.S. Senate, write in HK, and together, let's send a strong message to the incumbent. See you at the polls.